only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent. They sold 1 million records, yeah. Used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one for the indie grind. If you ain't signed on the dotted line, can't buy my soul with no dollar signs. The industry so full of troglodytes. I don't follow trends. Run it up. Say that with my chest. Run it up. No, I will not bend. Run it up. Game time in it. Game time. I don't follow trends. Say that with my chest. No, I will not bend. Game time. Run it up. 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 You gotta put in that work, dog. I put the kingdom first. I know that you gotta wait for your turn sometimes to build something really sustainable. Work on your academy.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Right to the air is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers being chased out left. Man open downfield, it's Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. From the 39, Rodgers. Open man is Waddle, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Garabay's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And right away he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Dillon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Rodgers now to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And it's a Packers touchdown. Drew Sample from a yard out. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second and 8. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A give to Kamara running right. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers, escaping the pressure right. He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
46. Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Again, it's Dillon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
26.
Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Waddle. He'll get it inside the 20. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. Powers through him. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, but they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Right now, you got 58.
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Garibay, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 72 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Hey, take 26!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. Colbert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, Colbert. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints' 19-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down. Colbert, that is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Garibay's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here comes the Saints punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. Garibay on for the extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
119 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A busy night continues for Kamara, and he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They run it again with Kamara. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL.
Ready.
They run. It's Kamara. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
But not that any of the points would be needed. But, CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
88, inside.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Get 300. Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Rodgers throwing after the interception. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the 6. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line. 30.
Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
26.
Now Rodgers.
Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to Jalen Waddle. A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line. 50.
On 2nd down now. Colbert, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Right back to him on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. On 2nd down, Colbert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Garabay's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, partner, that'll do it.